rising shy and high, standing where the colors blend, where one story starts to end. Bare feet cooling in the sand, warm breath brushing over my hand, that subtle curve upon my face, caught between two kinds of grace. Day dissolves, shadows bloom, hearts suspended in this room. There's a smile between the sun and the moon, hanging in the air like a forbidden tune, half in flame and half in glow, where the deepest longings grow, lips curved with a secret thrill. Time itself is standing still, caught between the dark and bright, softly leaning into height. Feel the tension drawing tight, bridging fire and silver white, in this in-between so soon. There's a smile between the sun and the moon. He still lingers on my thighs, cool reflection in your eyes, skyline blushing, fading fast, holding on to what won't last. Fingertips along my waist, moving with deliberate taste. No promises, no grand design, just this fragile borderline. Two worlds breathing side by side, we remain where they collide. There's a smile between the sun and the moon, floating like a stolen perfume, half confession, half disguise, written in our hungry eyes, edges blur in violet air, electric tension everywhere, not surrender, not retreat, just the rhythm of our heartbeat. Feel the balance, feel the tune, spinning underneath the sun, in this fragile silver swoon. There's a smile between the sun and the moon. Stay right here, don't choose a side, let both forces be our guide. There's a smile where the daylight fades, and lunar shimmer softly invades, balanced on a burning thread between what's felt and left unsaid. Lips curved in a daring way, holding back yet set to sway. Fire meeting tender glow, neither fast nor moving low, in the sacred in between, where desire stays unseen. We remain suspended soon, that secret smile of sun and moon. Speakers set up in the sand, sun sinking low behind the bay, bassline humming through my body, calling all my doubts away. Dress catching that crimson breeze, ankles dusted in the shore. I step into the rhythm, wanting more and more. Heart turning into deep magenta stars, waking one by one, sweat tracing down my collarbone, shining in the fading sun. You step closer to my body, hands hovering at my waist, how I fade into a heartbeat. All I feel is taste, music climbing up my spine, breath tangled in the groove. Sunshine with a kick drum will reduce to a sense of melting into waves, bare feet tracing reckless shapes, lips gloss with reckless grace, wind tangling through my hair and lace. You watch the color in my eyes, shifting like the rolling tide, shadows dancing on my frame, calling out your name. Breath gets heavy, hearts align, water climbing up the spine. My feelings run deep, blue like the sea, wide as the horizon where you're touching me, heavy and restless, wild and free, drowning in the way you breathe with me. Currents curling around our thighs, fire reflected in your eyes, all this longing underneath, crashing strong beneath my teeth. Take this heart into the deep, where our secrets never sleep. Let it rise and let it be, all my shades blue like the sea. Footprints fading in the sand, fingers locking hand in hand, heat slipping down my back, no turning once we start this track. Voice low against my ear, promises I want to hear. The water paints us dark and sweet, pulling rhythm through our feet. Closer now, no space between, breathing in what this could mean. My feelings run deep, blue like the sea, wide as the horizon where you're touching me, heavy and restless, wild and free, drowning in the way you breathe with me. Currents curling around our thighs, fire reflected in your eyes, all this longing underneath, crashing strong beneath my teeth. Take this heart into the deep, where our secrets never sleep. Let it rise and let it be, all my shades blue like the sea. Hold me tighter, don't let go. Let the rising water show. These feelings run deep, dark as the sea, boundless as the edge where you meet me. Strong and reckless, fierce and free, lost inside the way you move with me. Waves are breaking at our knees, tasting danger in the breeze. All this hunger in my chest, beating harder, wanting rest. Take this soul into the deep, where the fire beneath will keep. Let it rise and set me free, all my colors see in me. rising soft and low. Nothing owned and nothing claimed. No last names to be explained. We're rich in rhythm, rich in touch, with empty hands that feel so much. Let the shoreline hear the sound of freedom spinning round and round. Tonight we wear what can't be bought, this reckless bliss that can't be taught. City glitter far away, here we let it fade to gray. No designer dreams to chase, only sweat along my ways. You trace letters on my spine, writing vows without a sign. No contracts, no golden cage, just this fire, just this stage. Lose the past, lose the role, all we need is heart and soul. There's a luxury in leaving it behind. No chains of silver, no ties that bind, just tips moving and fading glow. Just heat rising soft and low. Nothing owned and nothing claimed. No last names to be explained. We're rich in rhythm, rich in touch, with empty hands that feel so much. Let the shoreline hear the sound of freedom spinning round and round. Tonight we wear what can't be bought, this reckless bliss that can't be taught. Take it off to feel the fame. Stand with me without a name. There's a treasure in having nothing at all. No throne to guard, no walls to build tall. Just breathe between a kiss and sigh. Just sparks that never ask us why. No diamonds flashing in the dark, just fingertips that leave a mark. We're crowned by waves and open air, with tangled limbs and daring stare. Let the world keep what it owns. We found heaven in bare bones. Tonight we shine without a cost, and all we dropped and all we lost. Violet shadows on the shoreline, sun sinking into flame, warmth and clinging to my ankles, whispering your name, waves curling round my body like arms I can't escape, dusk unfolding soft and heavy, tracing every shape, tide rising at my knees, breath caught in between. Hold me where the waves can reach us, at the edge of fading day, where the sky falls into water and my doubts are swept away. Wrap me in that rolling rhythm, let it pull us out to sea, hearts drifting with the current, untamed and running free. Stay with me in this surrender, where the horizon turns to flame. Hold me where the waves can reach us, calling out your name. Stars scatter over darkening waters, head thick against my chest, dressed in from restless splashes, clinging where you press, fingers gliding down my shoulders, sending tremors through my spine. The world dissolving in the surface, your breath crosses mine. Closer now, the tide is high, nothing steady in my veins. Thoughts fading with the undertow, only Distant gulls above the water, shadows stretching long. Heartbeat sinking with the shoreline, like a tender song. Your hand hovering at my waistline, heat beneath your touch. This open air and blushing skyline make me crave you so much. Closer still, the breeze insists, pulling me to you. Guard down in the wind, only warmth breaking through. As the sea wind pulls me nearer, I just wanna melt in you. Lay my worries on your shoulder like the tide is born to do. All my fire turning gentle, all resistance falling loose. Hands exploring soft surrender, nothing left to choose beneath that painted dusk horizon, where the water turns so blue. As the sea wind pulls me nearer, I just wanna melt in you, held within this tender moment where my heart runs true. Sunset bleeding over waterline, bare feet tracing tangled lines. Heat rising where two shadows meet, breath tasting like summer wine. Fingers drawing circles down my spine, world fading with the turning tide. Closer now, the air grows thin, hearts racing under crimson sky. On the sand we let it unravel, distance falling grain by grain. Hands exploring undiscovered fire, bodies writing secret names. Hold me in that fading ember, feel the rhythm take control. We are dancing on the shoreline, breaking through the undertow. Stay inside this burning moment, let the waves erase the past. Dust settles on restless water, silhouettes in amber haze. Laughter mixing with the surf, temptation moving through our veins. Teeth grazing on my shoulder, shivers traveling down my frame. Time bending with each kiss, nothing here remains the same. Closer still, we breathe as one. Heartbeat louder than the tide, edge of reason slipping far. Only touch and rushing waves. On the sand we watch it unravel, distance melting grain by grain. Sands igniting deeper fire, bodies carving brighter names. Keep me in that glowing ember, let the rhythm flood the soul. We are rising with the shoreline, stronger than the undertow. Stay within this blazing moment, let the waves rewrite our past. On the sand we fall together, bound by heat that always lasts. Sunset spilling like a secret, copper clouds across the bay. Wind untying all my good harmful thoughts away. Dress fluttering like a warning, heels abandoned in the sand. Breath unsteady, heart wide open, reaching for your hand. Air grows wild around my waist. Rules dissolve without a trace. Let the wind steal all my reason, carry it beyond the shore. Wrap me in this reckless season till I can't pretend anymore. Fingers tracing lines of fire, mapping places we can't name. Lips brushing with temptation, fanning out the flame. Take the last of my resistance, let it scatter through the sky. Let the wind steal all my reason. Leave me breathless, leave me high. Twilight painting deeper colors, waves collapsing at our feet. Hair across my face like curtains, framing what we shouldn't speak. Your shadow falling over mine, merging in the violet haze. Logic drifting out to open water, lost within your gaze. Closer still, the current calls. Thoughts unravel, body sleep. Sanity slips with the breeze. Only heat remains between. Let the wind tear down my reason, scatter it into the sea. Pull me into this fierce horizon where restraint can't reach me. Hey, hands igniting sparks of hunger, drawing circles on my frame. Mouth meeting with temptation, breathing out my name. Take the final trace of caution, let it drift where wild waves fly. Let the wind tear down my reason. Leave me trembling, leave me high, held within this burning evening, underneath the darkening sky. Sunset bleeding on the horizon line, silk dress clinging to a restless spine. You're wrapping arm around my waist, bread like thunder close enough to taste. Tide keeps pulling at our feet, heat rising from the sand and street. Bodies leaning toward the edge. One more step and we make the pledge. Hearts racing, line in the sand. One step closer, trembling hands. Let the waves inside at dusk, yeah. Let the water take the lead with us. Feel the rhythm in our feet. Two silhouettes where fire and sky meet. We fall together, letting go, chasing what we ache to know. Hearts unlocked, out of race, turning fear and shame inside out in haste. Let the current ride our fate. We choose the flame. We won't hesitate. City echoes fade behind, only breath and tide entwine. We cross the line we used to guard, fingers tracing maps of sparks. Choices hanging in the air between surrender and beware. You read the truth across my face, I feel the answer in embrace. Breath colliding, line erased. One more step, we change our face. Let the water take the lead with us. Feel the rhythm in our feet. Two silhouettes where fire and sky meet. We fall together, letting go, explore. Yeah. Hair caught up in restless air. That hungry look in your stare. Warm scent clinging to my thighs. Fire dancing in your eyes. Water tracing where we stand. Slipping through my open hand. Hearts unguarded, drawn inside. Carried where the waters glide. Let my feelings drift away. Carried by the rolling sway. All the words I couldn't say. Floating farther out to bay. Longing where the currents go. Touch me like the breaking foam. Make the shift and place a whole breath dissolving into sound. As the shoreline spins around. Take this ache I cannot name. Let it wander wild and untamed. City echoes fade behind, leaving nothing sharp in mind. Just the rhythm of the waves and the heat of silence craves. Fingers drawing fragile lines, crossing all the warning signs. Water wrap around our knees, bending with the evening breeze. No more anchors holding tight. We let go without a fight. Let my feelings drift away, carried by the rolling sway. All the words I couldn't say, floating farther out to bay. Longing where the currents go. Touch me like the breaking foam. Make the shift and place a whole breath dissolving into sound. As the shoreline spins around. Take this ache I cannot name. Let it wander wild and untamed. Closer now, don't resist. Let the water seal the kiss. Let these feelings drift and run under fading scarlet sun. All the truth I try to hide, spilling with the turning tide. Heart surrender to the flow, further than we used to go. Touch me like the rising foam, claim this restless place of throne. Breath and waves in harmony, riding what we're meant to be. Take this fire deep within, let it wash away our sin. Sky tainted in fading rose. One wind brushing where I goes. Bare feet tracing fragile lines between restraint and subtle signs. Hair cascading down my back. A single glance and nothing lacks. Breath unfolding deep and thin. Something stirs beneath my grin. Shadows stretch, colors blend, where innocence begins to bend. It starts like a whisper in my chest, a gentle stirring I can't suppress. Not a spark that roars aloud, but something rising through the crowd. Eyes half closed, lips just parted, a softer fire newly started. Heat unfolding petal by petal, tender touch turning metal to metal. No rush, no need to cool, just gravity finding its groove in this fading ember frame. I bloom into a silent flame. Waves folding along the shore, I feel something wanting more. Fingers grazing down my arm, carrying a different charm. Just dancing against my thigh, I catch that question in your eye. Not bold, not wild, not fast, just a feeling built to rest. Breathe it loose, barely bare, tension thick within the air. It starts like a whisper in my chest, a gentle stirring I can't suppress. Not a spark that roars aloud, but something rising through the crowd. Eyes half closed, lips just ardent, a softer fire newly started. Sand clings tight to satin thighs, flames reflected in my eyes. Air grows thick, we barely speak, tension rising strong and sleek. Hey, breath tracing down my spine, drawing lines you cross in time. Closer, still don't look away. Why do you say what lips won't say? When the sun falls low, my body starts to talk. Whispers written in the way I walk. He translating what I mean, spelling truths I've never seen. Shadows stretching long and wide, hands exploring what we hide. Heartbeat louder than the waves, calling out the touch it craves. Feel it climbing from within, burning underneath my grin. Let the falling sun confess all the warmth I can't suppress. Painted clouds above the bay, casting fire in a different way. You step closer, claim the space, fingers brushing down my waist. Gravity begins to bend, edges blur where we descend. Sweat like diamonds on my neck, tracing paths you won't forget. Breathing heavy, losing ground, all the answers in this sound. When the sun falls low, my body starts to talk. Whispers written in the way I walk. He's translating what I mean, spelling truths I've never seen. Shadows stretching long and wide, hands exploring what we hide. Heartbeat louder than the waves, calling out the touch it craves. Feel it climbing from within, burning underneath my grin. Let the falling sun confess all the warmth I can't suppress. Hold me there, don't hesitate. Let this fire articulate. As the sun sinks down, my body speaks in flame, calling out your name without a name. Heat revealing what I hold, stories written bold and untold. Silhouettes in scarlet glow, moving where the sparks will flow. Heartbeat pounding through my chest, chasing what we both request. Let the sunset testify all the reasons we comply. When daylight fades from view, this burning truth breaks through. Bare feet buried in fading heat, sand clinging to painted toes. Scar dripping in violet and tangerine, wind brushing where it goes. Strap falling from my shoulder, hair tangled by the breeze, waiting where the shoreline trembles. Heart bending at the knees, day slips down the waterline. Breath grows heavy in my chest. Barefoot, waiting for the dark to find us, standing where the colors drown. Lips part just our bodies and the shore. Barefoot, calling for the dark to take us. Standing where the last hues fade, lips burning in the deepening shadows. Promises we made, hold me in this breathless twilight where the air ignites our veins. Hands exploring sparks between us, dancing through the flames. Let the tide surround and claim us. Let the sky fall into blue. Barefoot, calling for the dark to take us, with nothing in this world but you. Waiting as the stars awaken till the daylight is through. Heels in my hands, sand on my toes. Rhythm rolling where the shoreline goes. Red sky melting into haze. You watching me through smoky gaze. Dress caught up in restless air. Music drifting everywhere. Hips drawing circles in the sand. You step closer, take my hand. Heartbeat sinking with the sound. Let the bass move through the ground. Barefoot moving to RnB beat. Warm sand shifting under my feet. No stage, no spotlight glow, just that rhythm bright and low. Breath and melody intertwine, leaving all the world behind. Closer with each subtle groove, nothing left for us to prove. Let the shoreline feel the heat as our shadows start to meet. In this fading amber hue, I'm dancing only next to you. City echoes far away, hear the waves begin to play. Fingers tracing down my waist, moving with deliberate taste. Hair falling across my face, and you lean in without a trace. Music rising from within, that deep place beneath my grin. Baseline humming in my chest. Gravity won't let us rest. Barefoot moving to RnB, warm sand shifting under my feet. No stage, no spotlight glow, just that rhythm right and low. Breath and melody intertwine, leaving all the world behind. Closer with each subtle groove, nothing left for us to prove. Let the shoreline feel the heat as our shadows start to meet. In this fading amber hue, I'm dancing only next to you. Stay right here, don't pull away. Let the rhythm have its say. Barefoot gliding to the R&B flow. Warm sand trembling soft and low. No crowns, no velvet rope, just this groove and dare and hope. Breath and harmony align, crossing that invisible line. Hands sliding, hearts in sync, living on the edge and brink. Let the horizon hold the scene, where what we feel stays in between. In that glowing crimson view, I keep dancing close to you. sunset glow, suitcase heart finally let go. Warm sand slipping through my hands. No more walls, no more plans. just falling loose from my frame, calling out your name, island air against my chest, teaching me to rest, breath growing deeper than before, footsteps leading to the shore. On this southern island we come alive, hearts unchained in the faded sky, bodies moving with the rolling water, leaving all the past behind. Feel the rhythm in our breathing, feel the heat beneath our feet, nothing holding back the feeling, nothing incomplete. Let the waves erase the limits, let the horizon set us free. On this southern island we come alive, just you wrapped around me. Stars awakening above the palms, laughter drifting through the breeze, fingers tracing down my shoulder, bringing me to ease. City noise, a distant memory, roses oven in the sand. All I know is this sensation when you take my hand. Closer now, the world grows wide, only instinct as our guide. Reason fading with the tide, only touch to decide. On this southern island we are reborn, hearts unlocked beneath the sky, bodies flowing with the rolling water, letting our resistance die. Feel the rhythm in our breathing, feel the fire in our veins, nothing left to cage the feeling, breaking all the chains. Let the waves wash out the oldest, let the horizon set us free. On the southern island we are reborn, just you intertwined with we, lost within this open paradise, finally wild and palm trees leaning toward the flame red sky, warm breeze tangled in my hair, bare shoulders catching fading color, footprints scattered everywhere, sweat and perfume in the twilight, laughter drifting through the air. I taste freedom on my lips and feel you standing there, closer now the daylight fades, breath colliding with the heat. We dissolve in the tropical sunset, bodies painted in scarlet hue, edges blurring in the firelight, nothing left but me and you. Let the horizon pull us under, where the sky bleeds in a sea, fingers tracing reckless patterns, writing what we dare to be. Stay inside this molten evening, where our shadows intertwine. We dissolve in the tropical sunset as your heartbeat echoes mine. Surf whispers against our ankles, stars preparing to appear, humidity wraps around us, turning tension into fear. Your breath travels down my collarbone, sending shivers through my frame. The world reduced to burning colors, calling out my name. Closer still, no space between, only rhythm, only flame, reason slipping with the tide, just the heat beneath our feet. We are melting in the tropical sunset, bodies glowing in crimson hue, lines fading into the firestorm, nothing left but me and you. Let the horizon slipped and lifted high. Watch that spark behind your eyes. When I lift that strap along my shoulder, the world around us tilts and smolders. One small motion, bold and clean, says more than anything between. Press suspended hearts and raised desire written on your face. Cloth restored, yet something stays, burning through the crimson haze. And that gesture soft but strong, I'll lead you right where we belong. With just a touch and nothing more, I open up an unseen door. Sundown into scarlet water, heat rising from the sand. I felt a spark beneath my ribs the moment you touched my hand. Sky burning in deep vermilion, shadows stretching long. Something restless woke inside me, something fierce and strong. Breath turning heavy in my chest, world tilting toward the flame. At sunset something woke within me, underneath that painted sky. A hunger stirred without a warning, blazing in my eyes. Waves crashing like a heartbeat, pulling us in tight. Fingers tracing bold confessions in the fading sight. Let the colors drown our caution, let the shoreline testify. At sunset something woke within me, ooh, and I won't deny. Stars preparing in the distance, air thick against my lips, dress clinging with the last warm glow, fire at my fingertips. You step closer through the twilight, breath brushing near my ear. That restless spark beneath my ribs is louder than my fear. Closer now, the sky goes dark, flames reflected in the tide. Thoughts scattered by the wind, only here we can disguise. At sunset all of it awakened, underneath that crimson sky. That hunger rose without restraint, burning wild and high. Waves crashing like a drumbeat, driving us in time. Hands writing daring stories down the spine of mine. Let the colors drown our reason, let the shoreline hear our cry.